Welcome to the Big Ree and Ace Pick 6 NFL Bam. Week 14. All right, Bam. Let's go, Ace.
Bam. All right, boys and girls, NFL Week 14. Cannot wait. We got the merch on, the Big Ree and Ace merch. Link is in the description. Boys and girls, support the channel. Rock this. This is some drip right here,
yeah,
boys.
Definitely.
Get this. Get the merch.
Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow us on Instagram.
But definitely follow us on Instagram. Big Ree is on a tear on the NBA picks, just tearing it a new one. It's unbelievable. You're what? What are you, like 21-3?
Yeah, 21-3.
21-3. It's unreal, boys. The boys and girls are cleaning up. So if you're not on Instagram, you are literally losing money, boys. So make sure to, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to the channel here. Let's get into a recap of, last week. That was a good week. We went 4-1. We still have the game pending. We're shooting live on a Monday night here, and so normally we shoot on Tuesdays, but we're shooting tonight on Monday night, and so the game is pending right now. Buffalo at New England, but don't worry.
I think it's in Buffalo, right?
It's
in Buffalo, and it's like the weather is crazy out there. The over-under went from 45.5 to 39.5.
Wow. Holy crap. So, yeah, that's, but I'm still confident with the pick,
Yeah, I think it's 11-7, almost halftime.
Yeah, 11-7, almost half. And don't worry, though, Buffalo, Joshy's going to come through.
That's perfect, then, if it's 11-7. Because they went for 2, because now if they get a touchdown, then they're covering the 2.5.
Yeah, so they're going to get a touchdown. It'll be 14-11. They'll cover the 2.5. That's an easy one. We're going to have a clean 5-1 week from last week. Very confident about that. It was a good weekend, Big Ree. We went to the Rams. Yeah. The Rams-Jaguars
We went live on YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah, so we were live, and I hope all the, next time I think we'll probably do a little bit more action around the stadium.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's a really nice stadium.
Yeah, it's fucking
First
nice.
time at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Shout out to Inglewood, always up to no good. And the stadium was unbelievable, bro.
For sure. And we got legit seats, too.
So we got some really nice seats. Thanks to Big Ree, came through. Really nice seats. Stadium, I'm super impressed with the stadium. I know you've been to the Dallas Stadium in Arlington.
Yeah,
you've been to Allegiant Field in Vegas. So you've been to all the new stadiums.
I haven't been to Allegiant yet.
Oh, I thought you haven't been to a game, or you've been there though? You checked it out.
I drove by it.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, I thought you went to the game, I guess. But look, the Dallas Stadium. You said it was like.
Obviously it's a decade later, so it should be nicer.
Yeah,
it got
SoFi had that huge lake in the front.
Yeah, that was nice. We took some pictures up there.
I think that's really nice, but then I'm like, dude, do they need that much space for a lake in front of the stadium? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. It's up to.
But I heard they're gonna they still haven't put all the retail stuff in there.
Yeah, that's gonna take a while.
Hotels, restaurants, shops. It's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be
lit, Big Ree. It's going to be tight to go out there. I know that they got the Hollywood Park Casino, I think, somewhere next door.
When sports betting becomes legal, we'll meet fans out there. Then we'll go to a game.
It's going to be unbelievable. And then we got the Intuit Arena coming.
Yeah, Intuit.
I know you're a big Clippers fan, so I know you can't wait for the Intuit Arena to come out, for the Clippers to have their own stadium. We got the Crypto.com arena making its debut.
They took down the Staples Center.
Unbelievable. I heard fans were out there for the takedown.
Yeah, I'm sure they were. I didn't know it was. Otherwise, I would be out
there. A lot of history, a lot of memories at Staples Center, but now, Crypto.com arena.
I wonder how much they paid, honestly.
I think they said they paid like $700 million over 20 years.
That sounds
like
about
that.
right.
Yeah, the naming rights. So. But yeah, it was a good weekend of games. Like I said, a lot of.
How were your tots at the stadium?
Yeah, I got the garlic parmesan tater tots. They were pretty solid.
Yeah.
I mean, I would probably give them a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
But I'll be honest, okay? And this is actually something I want to talk about. We had some pretty nice seats. So we were lower level. I don't know, what row were we?
We were like row 12.
12? Okay, we had some lower level seats. Then I wanted to go get some, snacks and stuff. And got a hat. I don't know what it is. I always have to have a Coke at a football game.
Okay.
It's just basketball. I have to have a Coke, and I normally don't drink too much soda. I know a lot of the viewers might be surprised. They're always like, "Dude, Ace, you're always talking about food, pancakes, crepes, ice cream, all that good stuff." And it sounds like I eat a lot of crap, which I kind of do, but I limit my intake of food first of all.
For sure, yeah.
And I always eat a really clean breakfast other than the weekends.
Yeah.
And so I eat pretty clean, and then I just eat like crap sometimes. But overall, like, you guys don't get fooled based on what I'm telling you guys, that, you know, like, I eat the ice cream here and there. I have a pretty clean diet. You know, I have to. Otherwise, I'd pick up a lot of pounds quickly. But so whenever I go to games, I have to have a soda, right? And so I got my Coke, but I could not find nachos anywhere.
That's what I thought. I was wondering why the hell you came back with tots.
Yeah, I'm not a tots kind of guy. I mean, I'll eat a tots with burgers. When I get a burger.
Maybe they took out nachos.
I don't know. Maybe the nachos are.
I was wondering why you were gone for so long.
I was looking everywhere.
You probably went the whole.
I walked around everywhere.
I think it's maybe because we were on the lower level.
No, so that's what I think. They had they had a lot of gourmet food, bro.
Yeah, fancy
gourmet. They had salads.
Yeah.
They had parfait cups.
Yeah, fancy shit for
They had some like peach iced tea. I mean, nobody's going to the games to get a parfait, a salad, and a peach iced tea.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, boys. If you're not drinking a Coors or a Miller Lite or at least a soda, I mean, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Seriously. And then the nachos. I mean, that's a classic. Nachos with some jalapenos and I mean, bro, I was so disappointed. And then I'm like, okay, do I get out of the lower level, go all the way up to the concession stands, up in the 300 levels, take a chance? Then they have all the security and ticket checking like crazy just to get back down. And I was like, forget about it. I'll get these tots. But I wanted nachos, and I was pissed. Javi came to the game with us, and he was with me when we were walking around.
Yeah.
And disappointed, bro. Very disappointed.
For sure.
You know, there was no nachos. But other than that, good experience. Can't wait to get back there.
Yeah.
I know.
Sure, I
was discussing with Harry B earlier. Harry B, you know, Harry B is a Seahawks fan, so maybe potentially going to go out for the Seahawks game.
Yeah.
Could be Russell Wilson's last game as a Seahawk in LA.
And could be Harry B's last game as a Seahawks fan.
Potentially, I know we were taking wagers. That is Harry B a Seahawks fan, or is he a Russell Wilson fan?
Yeah.
And if Wilson leaves, is he gonna still be a Seahawks fan, or is he gonna bounce and go to wherever Russell Wilson goes?
Yeah.
I know that the top two favorites were Arizona Cardinals, that you guys are saying that
Chiefs are unanimous.
Chiefs and the Cardinals. I said there's no chance Harry B's becoming a Chiefs fan. I like him to be an Arizona Cardinals fan. I know he was a Kyler Murray fan as well. And then what was my sleeper team? I had a sleeper team that I said it could be Harry B's new team. It was not the Raiders. Somebody said Eagles, but I said I don't see the Eagles. I see it's a potential, but I don't see that. There was another team that I was thinking that it could be not Chicago, not Detroit. I don't know if I think about it.
You said Philly, right?
No. I said that's a potential, but that I bet my money on Arizona.
Yeah.
Unless he's just gonna jump on wherever RW goes.
Yeah, that could be it.
All right, but we'll see. Harry, you're watching the video.
You said Broncos, right?
No, Broncos. He's not gonna become a Broncos fan. No chance.
No chance.
No chance at all. I'll think about it, but Harry B, if you're watching the video, holler at your boy. You want to hit up the Rams and Seahawks game? I might be willing to go. Love the stadium.
Yeah.
I highly recommend anybody that wants to get in a game, go to SoFi.
Yeah.
That stadium is legit.
Definitely.
Let's get into some shout-outs, Big Ree.
All right, let's start out with Steve Farewell. He sent us this. We got it, Steve. Thank you. We got the whole letter, too. We got everything.
We appreciate it. Spooner, Steve, and his wife, Linda. This is a nice little, gift that they gave us. Handmade right here. Sent it over 2 years in a row. Spooner, Steve sending us some gifts. So we appreciate that. Look, we do this for the viewers. We've been doing it for over 5 years now. Putting our picks out there, and so it's always good. I mean, I don't think we expect anything, but
we don't expect anything.
It's always appreciated. So if anybody else has any interest, send Big Ree and Ace a tip, or send us I prefer no monetary gifts. If you want to send us something, I'd be gladly taken and be appreciated. So DM us, send us an email. We can give you some mailing address, and that'd be cool. Christmas is coming up, so Uncle Big Rig and Ace wouldn't mind to have some extra gifts under the Christmas tree this year. So holler at us about that. Let's give a shout out to Demetrius Thrower. Thank you, Demetrius, for all the support. So shout out to Demetrius.
Shout out to your boy Ziggy Balls.
Ziggy Balls. You know what, Ziggy? This is a shout out for you. In the next video, I would love for you to comment to tell us where the Ziggy Balls name came from. I would love to hear that. So shout out to Ziggy Balls.
Shout out to Winston Santana from Pert Boy, New Jersey.
Winston Santana! Want to give a shout out to Carolina Tar Heels. He was pissed about Big Ree talking crap about Cam Newton.
You agreed too.
I mean, I think. Look, I'm a Cam. I literally have a Cam Newton jersey.
Yeah.
Okay, I have it in my closet.
For
Okay,
sure.
I have the white one from Carolina. So I'm a Cam fan. That's why everyone's like, oh, what? And I'll get into one more thing on that. But I'm a Cam Newton fan, and I'm a lot of teams fans and a lot of players fans. That's why I got hats and jerseys of many different teams. So I'm rooting for Cam. Let's make that straight. I'm rooting for him.
Sure.
I would love for Cam to have a great end of the season, be the starter next year, and come back. I always love a good comeback story. That's why I'm a huge D Rose fan. But so I'm rooting for him. But look, he's played like complete crap.
Yeah.
I mean, the numbers are what they are.
For sure.
And on that note, I know a lot of people were very confused with me wearing a Jacksonville Jaguars hat and a Rams jersey. I know I was getting a lot of comments at the game. A lot of people were saying if I was confused or I'm a traitor, I need to pick a team. But look, I'm from LA. I'm a Rams fan, but everyone knows I have love for the Jaguars.
Yeah.
And who cannot say the Jaguars have one of the sickest logos and color combos? And so look, I like the Jaguars. That was a really nice looking hat. Picked it up.
Yeah.
And I've still not gone to Jacksonville for a game, so that's on my list for sure. Can't wait to get out there and I'll wear that hat.
Yeah.
And I'll probably pick up a jersey from so I don't have a Jags jersey, but I'll pick up a jersey from the stadium store at that time and rock the jersey. But, that was fun. I mean, I didn't do that to get attention. I'm just a fan of both teams, boys and girls. I want to give a shout out to two countries. Okay, I want to give a shout out to Canada, bro. All our viewers up north from Canada, all the way from Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, Calgary. We got a lot of support from the Canadians. I love Canada. I want to make that clear. Cannot wait to get back out to Vancouver and Toronto.
Yeah.
I've not been to Calgary, not been to Montreal. Montreal's on the list for sure. I don't know too much about Calgary, so if any of the Canadian fans can tell me if it's worth a trip out there. But Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, maybe I'd do a trio, couple days, maybe 7, 8 days out there, 9 days. That's on my list. So shout out to the BAPs out in Surrey. Want to also give a shout out, Big Ree, to the compadres, the chicos and the chicas down south in Mexico, Tijuana, Playa del Carmen, Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco, Sinaloa. Anywhere else you want to give a shout out to?
Mexico City.
Mexico City. A lot of good spots in Mexico, a lot of good beaches. So love Mexico. Can't wait to get back out there, or Mexico. And so shout out to all the fan base out there. We appreciate it. Actually, there was one fan from Juarez. So shout out over there. So to all the fans in Mexico, thank you for the support. Gracias, amigos. Anything else?
Our survivor pick.
Let's get into the survivor pick. My survivor pick, if you can jump on board if you want.
I'm on board with this.
We got the Seattle at Houston. We're taking Houston Texans.
No, Seattle.
I'm joking. Got you, Big Ree. Come on, Big Ree. Nobody and their mother is taking the Houston Texans as a survivor pick. The Texans are tanking. They're a complete crap. And then Tyrod Taylor is out now.
He might be out.
Questionable wrist injury. But okay, so let's make it clear so no confusion. We're taking the Seattle Seahawks. All right, anything else?
That's it. Let's get into the
All right,
games.
without further ado, here we go, boys and girls. Aquí vamos, chicos y chicas. Let's go. Game 1, we got the Atlanta Falcons at the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers are a 3-point favorite. Atlanta 5-7, coming off a 30-17 loss to Tampa Bay. They played well in the first half. It was 20-17 at halftime, and then they dropped an egg in the second half. Did not score at all. I thought they actually could pull that upset off, and they dropped a doozy last week. Look, they've lost 3 of their last 4 games. Only win is versus the Jaguars out of those in the last 4 games. Lost by 40, 25, and 13. Look, they lost in week 8, 19-13, and they were at home. Now they're on the road at Carolina. Then we got Carolina 5-7, coming off a 33-10 loss at Miami prior to the bye week. They have also lost 3 of their last 4 games. Running back Christian McCaffrey is done for the season. Cam Newton will start at QB here, and I know he's coming off a horrible game last week, but hoping for him to rebound. Look, Carolina still has the number 2 overall defense in the league, and they do play well against bad teams, and I categorize Atlanta as a really bad team. Carolina still has some playoff hopes, and if they can get on a run and Cam can be even close to what he was before, I don't know if anybody wants to see them in the playoffs. So
they won't see them in the playoffs.
That was a good one, Big Ree. So, anyhow, I like Carolina here. They're at home. Their defense, I think, will play well. And so I'm taking Carolina -3. Game 2, we got the Dallas Cowboys at the Washington football team. The Cowboys are a 4-point favorite. Dallas 8-4, coming off a 27-17 win versus New Orleans on Thursday night. That was one of my picks last week. I said take the Cowboys, and they came through. And I even was talking, to someone and said, look, as much as I'm not a big fan of Dallas, every time I pick them, they come through. And every time I pick against them, they don't come through. So it always works out for the Cowboys. Look, they looked solid, but honestly, I think they want more. Reason was that New Orleans, Taysom Hill had 4 interceptions, bro.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. The Saints are nothing without Jameis Winston. They're 0-5, bro. They're winless.
I think Jameis is inconsistent. He can play well at some points, and I think Taysom Hill, he's just not that good of a
And he
passer.
injured his finger, too. He's not that good of a passer, but he did injure his finger.
But that was like in the 4th quarter,
No,
bro.
that was like second
Was it?
quarter,
Was it?
Yeah, middle of the second.
I thought I remember showing them in the 4th he was looking at his finger, but I guess if you heard earlier, look, this was Taysom Hill's first start. I think he'll play better, this week, but whatever. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But back to Dallas, look. They'll be tired. This is going to be their 3rd road game out of their last 4 games. And look, they did not impress me. They got the win, but they did not impress me. And this is also why I'm not a big believer in Dallas. Like, you got 4 interceptions.
Is Dak overrated?
I've been saying that for a while, but
okay, I just want to make it clear.
He's definitely overrated, but he's a decent QB. Like
he's like a game manager.
No, he's better than a game manager. Okay, he can go off.
I agree. I was trying to get you.
I'm not gonna rip Dak that much. Like he's showing the guy's coming off a major injury, and he's came back to form, and so. I don't want to rip Dak. Look, they're 8-4,
so are you sold on Tyler Heineke?
We'll get into that right now. So look, let's get into Washington, 6-6. They're coming off a 17-15 win versus Las Vegas Raiders. They're on a 4-game winning streak after losing 4 in a row.
Yeah.
And let's get into Taylor. Taylor.
I don't know.
It's Taylor Heineke. He's playing well, dude. This guy's throwing at least 72% completion, at least in the last 4 games. So look. He's playing well. I wouldn't say I'm sold on him as a franchise quarterback.
For sure not, yeah.
But he's definitely playing solid, right? And clearly they're keeping him. And he's playing well. I mean, they got a 4-game winning streak. That's never easy in the NFL. Dallas has the 27th ranked defense.
Yeah.
And Washington's defense is playing pretty good as of late.
Yeah.
I know they had a potential injury with what's his name, Logan Thomas.
Yeah, he's done. Torn
Is
ACL.
it? No, they said it might not be.
Oh, did they?
No, last night they were saying it was a feared torn ACL. Now they said it's not a torn ACL, but they're not.
Even if not, he's done. They're not going to play.
He's probably not going to play. But their defense overall has been playing pretty good as of late. I remember last year they left off with a good, with a strong defense, but they started off like crap this year. But look, I mean, my personal opinion here is I wouldn't be surprised if Washington wins.
They need the win.
They need the win, and this is a division game. But I think Dallas probably squeaks this game out.
Yeah.
But I like Washington to cover here. Okay.
So +4.
And so I'm taking Washington +4. Game 3, we got Seattle 4-8 at the Houston Texans 2-10. Seattle is a 7.5 point favorite. Seattle 4-8, coming off a 30-23 win versus San Francisco. Russell Wilson looked good. Finally, he's playing pretty good the last couple of games, and so defense is still playing solid. But look, they need this win to keep their playoff hopes alive. I know it's a long shot, but they still have a chance. And really, this all goes down to, I don't need to say too much more, is Houston's just a complete piece of crap.
For sure, yeah. All around.
A horrible team. All around. The franchise from Bill O'Brien. Was it Bill O'Brien, right?
Yeah.
The coach that they had to fire him. He screwed the whole franchise up. Then Deshaun Watson, with his extracurricular activities, didn't help the situation. And now they do have their first-round pick this year, though, right?
I think so. I hope so.
I know they gave it away to Miami the last 2 years for the Tunsil trade, but I think they have it this year. They're 2-10, coming off a 31-0 loss to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor, they're saying, is questionable. He had a wrist injury, and so he's questionable. But like I said, this is a horrible team. They're going to tank for the rest of the season. I think Mills starts for the rest of the season. They want to lose all the games. They want to secure the number 1 overall pick. They're definitely going to draft a QB, and they're going to ship out Watson for sure if somebody's willing to take him. And so this is my lock of the week, boys. Do not get fooled here. I'm taking Seattle -7.5. All right, Big Ree, let's go.
The first game I got is a Thursday night football game. I got the Steelers at the Vikings. The current spread is Vikings -3. The Steelers coming off a win 2019 versus Ravens. Came down to the last play we were just talking about. The Ravens went for 2. Did not convert, obviously. Vikings coming off a loss to the Lions.
Ooh.
First win for the Lions. Last second TD for the win. Kirk Cousins still played solid here. 30 for 40, 304 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. The running back Alexander Madison played well, 90 rushing yards, a touchdown. Their defense just melted down here, and I think the Steelers played solid as well, just 2 TDs, but overall, everyone is going to be slamming the Steelers here because they won and the Vikings lost, so I'm taking the Vikings -3. The next game I got is the Ravens at the Browns. The current spread is Browns -2. Ravens coming off a loss 2019, as I just talked about, versus the Steelers. Browns coming off bye week. Last game was versus the Ravens, actually. Lost 16-10. Both of these teams have been playing bad. QBs have been playing bad. Lamar especially, though. I can agree both can run the ball. Lamar can run the ball, but he's really been off on throwing it. He needs to target tight end Mark Andrews more. The Browns D is much better overall. I think the offenses are equivalent, but even though I'm not a huge Baker guy, but I'm going to take the Browns -2 here. The last game I got is the Giants at the Chargers. Giants coming off a 2019 loss to Dolphins. Chargers coming off a blowout win versus the Bengals, 41-22. Justin Herbert had a big game, 317 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. The mix and fumble was where it really turned around because the Chargers were up 24-0, and then they were coming back. It was 24-22, and then they returned that for a touchdown. So that's really where the game turned around, and they just blew it up.
And that was, if you saw in the first half of that game, Joe Burrow found Jamar Chase for a wide open touchdown. He was running.
Got called?
And he threw it wide open, and Chase fumbled the ball, and then it got intercepted as the fumble.
Wow.
It was going to be a touchdown for sure, 100%.
Man, I didn't see any of this.
That was early on, yeah.
Yeah, and then the Chargers defense just sucks, man. Bosa got hurt too, so I think the Chargers will win but not cover. I'm taking the the Giants plus 10. Anything to add before we log off?
I want to give a shout out to our cameraman Javi.
Yeah.
Prior to that game, he called the Chargers game versus the Bengals. He said this is going to be the lock of the century. The Chargers are going to easily win this game, no doubt. Called it out like crazy. Javi, some man out of nowhere, comes with these crazy picks, and it's always hit. So next time Javi is like 100% on something, and he tells us, we got to make sure to include it.
All right. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Peace out, guys.